Hello. Now it's time for a Q&A. I'm very grateful for all the questions you ask from me. I write them to my notebook. Yes, I made this one for my YouTube notebook. So I have all the information in here. So let's just start. I have quite a lot of questions, and first one is: Finland has recently voted happiest country in the world again. How do you feel about this as a Finnish person? And now I've been thinking this question for many days now. And yeah, I didn't check, but I think I heard from the radio that it was the 9th time that Finnish has voted the world happiest country in the world. And every time Finnish people are like, what? Why? Okay. I don't know what do they search for that. Like, what do they count so they can get the winner? But yes, Finland is a safe country in many ways. A few days ago I walked with a guy who came from Philippines, and he said that they have had like, was it 30 or so many typhoons? I think it was the correct word. So we don't have like that. Sometimes we have big winds that the trees fell down, but maybe once in a... Well, last year's it has been like maybe twice in 5 years. But normally we don't have anything like that for the weather. And I can go, and my kids can go out in every time of the day or night. Normally nothing will happen, but okay, I live in a small country, a small town, I meant. So, but yeah, as happy Finnish people, I am like, yes, this is correct, but I know we have our own issues also. Everything is not perfect in Finland, also like not in any countries. But yes, I am happy Finnish person, so yeah, let's move on. I have heard Finnish schools and education is one of the best in the world. Do you agree? And if so, why do you think this is? Well, I think this question a lot too, but didn't make any research. But then I was thinking maybe this is because we Finnish people are always in time. We do what the law say. We are so, at least a little bit older person like I am. I think nowadays the teenagers are very different than I was. When I was young, teacher was like something. We respect teachers, but nowadays I think the kids don't do that. So maybe it's something about that. Of course, I don't know what kind of school things are in other countries because I have studied only in Finland. But I have heard too that Finnish schools and education is one of the best of the world. So, what is it in English? PISA test. Is it PISA in English also? I'm not sure. But we have had we have been in high there. Kids can know maths and stuff. But I think we have go lower year by year. So I don't know what happens. And lots of the money from the school things, the government has got money from there, so maybe we are just going bad. But yeah, I have made video about Finnish educational things. I post it soon. But yeah, there is something about Finnish education, but not that. I'm not professional of this, so let's move on. What is it that Finnish schools do differently? What do you think? Like I said, maybe it's because Finnish. Now I get word mentality to my head. I'm not sure is it correct way to use it now. But like I said, we like things to be done in the time we get, and we are always on time, and maybe it's because of that. I don't know. And do all Finns like sauna? And I haven't met any Finnish people that don't like sauna. We have saunas almost every apartment and houses. We have sauna, of course. I had lived when I was studying. I lived in an apartment without sauna. Of course, we have that big sauna where every person from that big house can go to sauna. But I didn't use it. But it was quite hard that I didn't have any sauna. But yeah, well, I wasn't that I didn't go sauna that often when I was student, like teenager or early adulting time. But yes, I think every Finnish people likes sauna. And if there are somebody Finnish people who are watching and you don't like to go to sauna, please tell me. And at what age do children start using the sauna? I took my kids to the sauna almost immediately. Did you know that Finnish people in the old days, they get birth in sauna? Birth, like gets baby out from the mothers in sauna. But yeah, when my kids were young, I put water to the water and the kid go to the water. Like, I don't know what is it. And we were only like colder place in the sauna, not in the hottest section. But yeah, they were quite young. I think they go to sauna way before they start to walk. How did you get in with that? What have I write here? How did you get interest in ASMR? And I don't remember. I have this memory that I don't remember the things that has happened to me or for the rest of the world. I was very bad in history. It was my hardest subject in school. But I think I started to watch ASMR from the YouTube, and then I just get tingles and it was nice. And yeah, I think I had another question for this subject, so I will answer more later. But yeah, I think from the YouTube I found ASMR, or I realized that this is thing and everybody else doesn't has this. What do you do when it's really cold outside for so many months? And I don't know. Many years I have been in autumn, like afraid that winter is coming. And one of the reasons for that is because I am afraid that in the morning when I have to go to work, my car won't start. That is my fear of the winter. Nowadays, when I don't have to go to work like anywhere else, it's not that bad. But yes, I have a feel. Is it anxious about winter? Of course, it's not that bad, and I'm surrendering. But yeah, I just try to enjoy winter because weather is what it is. So if you can't do anything for that, you need to try to enjoy it. So I go outside a lot because even though it's cold, it's just a matter what do you wear. It's just a matter what do you wear. Use lots of clothes and keep your nose and your toes warm. It helps a lot. And yeah, of course it's easier from the autumn to Christmas. We can put some nice lights outside and everybody else is doing the same. And of course the nature is very, very beautiful in the winter time when the snow comes. After that, before that, when the autumn is and it's wet and dark, it's not that nice, but you just handle it. What was the question? Yeah, I just try to enjoy winter and the cold days. Put some fire to the fireplace and make nice atmosphere and light candles and bake and read under the blanket and maybe watch some TV and of course it's always important to move your body. It makes you feel better. Then I had this quite big question, your life story. it was not this next one. It was, how do you handle dark days in the winter without feeling sad? And it was a little bit the same as the previous question, but my answer is eat healthy, move your body, and get rest. Winter time, even the nature is getting rest, like in rest mode. So you need to take rest if you feel so also. And try to enjoy. There's nothing else you can do. Of course, you can take some vacations also, and they bring happy. Every time if you have like bad times in your life, Finnish words. If I have bad times in my life, it would be easier if I have something to wait, something very nice to wait, like a vacation trip or something like that. So that's a good thing too. You can try if you want. Then your life story. I have made a Draw My Life video where you can watch what is my life story, but very shortly. I was born in the year 88, so that makes me now 38 years. Is it? No. Yeah, I don't know how old I am. Okay. This goes well. I was born in the countryside, and I had very lovely childhood there. I have two big sisters and mom and dad who are still living in that same house where I was born, and we didn't have neighbors anywhere near, so we lived how we wanted. And in that time we didn't have any internet or phones, like cell phones. We have one phone for the whole family. So I think it was better than now. Now people are watching what others do and think they are worse than other people's. We didn't need to compare ourselves to anybody. I was going for a small village school. We have about, was it like 40 people in the whole school, from the class 1 to 6. 6, yes. And we were quite active family. We didn't travel that often, but in our home we go for walks. In the summertime we go for bike. We'd bike everywhere. Our cousins lived 12 kilometers from us, and we go there, and beach was about 7 kilometers, and we go there by bike. We like to swim. We played volleyball for the whole family. About, in the best years, 3 times a week. We ride horses. There was stable. It was 2 in 7 kilometers from us. We go bike there and ride for the horses and back home with the bikes. And yeah, I think we were outside very, very much. And I think it's the best way to spend your days in this world. When I was 16, I moved to the city, Kuusamo. Somebody says I say Kuusamo in the wrong way, like in the way she or he don't recognize that it's the city. So Kuusamo city. And I was like, yes, I was 16 because there was no bus who was pick me from my home to school when I started to my, was it business school or something like that. And then I studied. Then I lived 1 year in Kajaani and 1 year in Oulu. Then I met my partner and I moved back to Kuusamo. We take dog, but unfortunately it was only 2 years when the car came and the dog was gone. We take rescue dog after that, and then we get some 2 children. First one was the boy and second one was the girl, and I was working as a seller, like, what is it? I was working in grocery shop, putting stuff to the shelves, and then I studied as a secretary and started to work in office, and then I started to make jewelries, and now I'm entrepreneur. And what else? Check from the Draw My Life video if you want to know more. Okay. What is your fondest childhood memory? And I try to think this too, but I didn't there is not just one thing, but the summers in the countryside, maybe like the whole. We go to our summer cottage and swimming a lot and spend time with our family and just normal days and doing things like outside, picking berries, go fishing, go to sauna, of course, and yeah, it was free life. I think I have had very nice childhood. What is your favorite book, TV show or movie, and food? I don't have a favorite, like one favorite, but and I read so much, but I have liked, and no, I don't know what is in English. It was a woman called Untinen Auel, I think. Maybe I need to write it somewhere here. It was a book series, very big books, and when I was a teenager I read them all, and I have read those again when I'm adult now. That's one what has been in my mind. TV show or movie, the same. I don't have any specific. I like one Finnish program which comes in the autumn time every year it calls Maajuselle Morsian. I'm not sure is that like in other countries also, but I like the Finnish version. I don't know why. It's a person who live in countryside looking for love. But I don't like any other same kind of TV shows. No. Yeah. I don't watch TV that much, and I'm not that big movie fan also. So I don't. Well, I like that is Jim Carrey movies. They are funny, like Pet Detective. Maybe I said that. I don't know. Favorite food? I like fish, salmon and fish. We have catch ourselves. I hate that part when I get fish and I have to kill it, but I love to eat it when you smoke. Like those, I put the fish here, what fish, and when we like smoke it, local food very close, and you catch it from your own. I think that's good. And yeah, fish is my best thing in the world. What are there other crafts you enjoy outside your jewelry making? Yes, I like to do many things with my hands. I like to use paper as a material, and yeah, I like to try many things with my hands. Do you have any animals? No, I don't have now. What are your pet peeves? Last day I went to clean one guy's home, and there were dogs, and the wet dog smell was in one dog bed, and I don't like that. Of course I don't like fur in the floors and the dirty. Oh, I have one. When I'm sleeping and there is dog in the house and it starts to give that sound. I think every dog owner knows that sound when the dogs are going to throw out. Is that the word? And you are so sleepy, and of course it's always winter time. You cannot see anything, and you are like, oh no. That's the most peeves. How do you say? I need to check that word. Now I don't know how to use it, but yeah, that's the one. When have you first discovered the ASMR community, and why did it inspire to do ASMR videos? So yeah, when it was a few years ago already, maybe even like 5 or 6 years ago now. Time goes so fast. But yeah, I think I was watching some YouTube and I find ASMR from there. And after that, I was started when I was in shop. I was like all the stuff in that shop, like what kind of sound kick comes from different items. And when I was even a kid, I like some people like put things to presents, like wrapping presents in shops. For example, like in shop, I was just watching when that shop assistant is wrapping a gift, and I was like, wow, that's nice. So yeah, and I'm that kind of person, I don't know why, but if I see or hear or something I like to do it by myself too. And every time I discover something or it's something, I'm like, can I do that too? So in this ASMR thing, I think also, can I do this too? And I think the first videos were that I was only talking. I didn't make any sounds. Or sometimes I did, but sometimes I didn't. And a funny thing for this, I'm always here like this. I have sell magazines in phone, and I had like phone interview. What is it? The company person was asking questions to like in phone, and he said to me, "You have a nice phone voice, I think, like nice voice." And I was like, "What?" I think that my voice wasn't that good, like. But now in this ASMR thing, I have get comments that I could read like some manuals, so maybe my voice is calming or something. Yeah, I am that kind of that I just start and try to do things, and this ASMR thing has been nice for many years now, so I haven't stopped it, because there are many things that I have tried and then stop when I don't want to do it anymore. What are some ASMR channels you watch and your favorite tingles? Well, for example, Latte ASMR. That is one. And recently I have watched not ASMR artist, but Finnish woman called Makeup Pirita. She has made 10 or even older, like 10 years ago, videos, and she show her makeup or clothes, and it feels so ASMR to me. And what is my favorite tingle? For example, when you have a hair clip and like personal attention, and you put that hair clip to your hair, and many artists make those extra sounds when they do like this. That's one of my favorite things. I like plastic sounds also, and wrapping things, and I didn't check that. Was it like Tori something? who is making journaling, no, like pictures from the like junk journaling, but it's not junk, like stickers and pictures, making paper art. I didn't check the name, I'm sorry. Then I got many questions from one of you. What's at the top of your bucket list? I have so many things in my bucket list, but I like to travel a lot. Bucket list. I want to see places, but what would be like one specific thing? I didn't think this one before I started to film. But maybe it's something about traveling. Maybe I want to see the Paris Eiffel Eiffel Tower. In Finnish is Eiffeltorni. What's your dream travel destination? Paris, but New York. I want to go to New York, and I have planned that when I turn 40 I go there with my partner. We have traveled with our kids now for 12 years, so there, New York, we would like to discover by only two of us, because that's the same year when we are being together 20 years, lifetime. What was your best vacation so far? And this was, I was thinking like, I don't know. I haven't had like one big thing in anywhere, but I just like the vacation mood in yeah, I don't know. All the trips has been very nice. City or country person? Country person, but in the springtime I have like energy, and I can be with other people also. Normally I like to be by myself, alone, no people, no. But sometimes I got this feeling that maybe I can be with other people too, and it's all normally in the springtime. Many years I had in springtime this feeling that I want to move somewhere else, like some other city. So yeah, but normally country people alone in the forest is my place, with only wolves and bears. What's your favorite film and or series? And I already answered this. I say Jim Carrey for this one. Jim Carrey movies. What's your favorite band or artist? And this is the same. I have so many. I love many kind of music, even the old metallic bands. But I would say Five Finger Death Punch. I would say Alan Walker. I say Finnish singer Peeves and Kekko Salata. I say, when I try to focus, I even listen like Beethoven or some classic. So I like to listen music, but sometimes I like to be in just quiet. When I drive a car, sometimes I like crazy party, sometimes like no music, just driving. But yeah, I like many musics. Chaos or order. For years I thought I'm order person, like everything in their own places. But now I am chaos person. I remember as a child I liked to clean my desk, and it was like 5 minutes and it was chaos. I don't know what happened, and now it's the same. I clean our house, it's like 1.5 minutes and it's like chaos, and you just live with it. It don't bother me that much. Sometimes I am like, no, I throw everything away, so it's easier to clean. But yeah, what are your hobbies? Well, I don't have like hobbies. I do volleyball. I play once in a week on Sundays. But then I like to run, but I don't have like schedule like Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays. No, I run if I want to, and I run where I want and how long I want. Sometimes I run only like 15 or 20 minutes. A few days ago I get lost near our home, and I was running like maybe 45 minutes. And I like to move my body. I like to go to swim, but not every week. In summertime, more to the lake. Can traveling be a hobby if you go once in a year to holiday trip? I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's something sport, but nothing. I like to ride a bike, and yeah. What's your favorite animal? I think nowadays, when at this time I don't want to have a dog, I think it's bird living free in the nature. I love to watch birds, and I love the thing that they are free. Yeah. Did you have pets? I have had for my own 2 dogs, not at the same time. But yeah, dogs. What do you do for work? I'm entrepreneur. I make jewelries from reindeer antler, and I have a little Christmas shop, also online shop, and sometimes I go to clean mostly cottages. What was your dream job as a kid? It was a cleaner. No, I didn't want to be a police or doctor or firefighter. I want to be cleaner, and I am cleaner, and I love it. 3 things you couldn't live without. Well, can I say my family? A little bit boring answer, but my family. Maybe nowadays I must say my phone. I don't want to say it, but I say it because there's all the important things like bank things. fresh air, water and food. What's your favorite season? I like summer. I like warm and sun. What would most people never guess about you? And I seriously don't know. I try to think this and I'm like, I don't know. This is very hard question. I can stand with my hands, but not without wall. Can't be that be my. Well, I get maybe I'm that kind of person who gets information somewhere from the energy field. If I want sometimes it's also like ASMR moment to me when I watch tarot card things, and if I have like pick a card thing, there is one Swedish people who make those, and I pick one card and the woman starts to tell me what is going on in my life, like in the future. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. This has happened to me already. So I like just look there. Yeah, this has happened to me already, and then I watch the video and like, yeah, I knew it. I knew this already. I'm a little bit like woohoo person. Do you have guilty pleasure? If so, what? And maybe it's the coffee. For myself, I know many people just drink coffee and it's normal. But for me, I started to drink coffee when I was adult, about 30 years old, so it's my thing now, not all my life. But sometimes, yes, sometimes I buy chocolate bar from the shop and eat it by myself. I don't give it to my kids at all. Okay. Is there something that makes you smile every day? And if I don't say my family, my kids, I would say the rising sun. I think it's the best moment of the day that you wake up and the sun is shining, like going up at the same time as I am. Of course, it's springtime, so soon sun will get up like 3 a.m. and I get up like 6 a.m. so we are not matching. But yeah, I think hot coffee, my journal and morning sun. Those things makes me smile every day. 3 more. What is your favorite thing about nature? And I was thinking this too, and I have a little bit cryptic answer to this. I think nature is the best because it's, how is it? Perfectly unperfect. And you can now think what that means. This was a funny one. If you could choose, would you have 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? And I must say 1 horse-sized duck because I cannot handle that many different pieces. So 1 horse-sized duck, that would be nice. Quack quack. Yeah, this was not comment for this Q&A question film, but I must say no, I won't marry you. I have a good man in my home, and like I said, we have been together for many years. In this autumn 2026 we have been together 18 years. So my partner he's a couple of years younger than I am, so now it's the time when I have belonged to his family at the same time that he has been without me. Like, yeah, if you understand what I meant. But yeah, I'm not judging men in the YouTube. So I have one already. But this is quite big video, long already, so I need to start my day now. I think it's about 6 a.m. now here in Finland. Thank you for watching, and I hope I answered your question correct. Can I see that? No, I can't. But take care of yourself, and we will see you at the next time. Bye bye.